Hello and welcome back to your weekly video. If you're new, welcome. My name is Liz and these readings are so much fun. I'm not at home right now, as you can probably tell, but I will be soon. But we are doing the weekly reading, so we get you a tarot card for every single day of the next 7 days, as well as some tea leaf cards, and every week we have a special guest oracle. So this week I've kind of been sticking with the nautical undersea theme, so we've got magical Mermaids and Dolphins oracle cards, as well as Whispers of the Ocean. Love both of these decks. So that's what we worked with today. You have 3 cards to choose from, so we'll take a closer look at those and then we'll take a deep breath and we'll jump in. So group 1, your week ahead predictions, looking at the underbelly. And I do read this during the reading. Just try to look at the image and see what you feel called to. That's group 1, looking at the underbelly. Group 2, empower yourself. So if you feel drawn to this fish, then maybe this is your group. Or maybe you're drawn to the jellyfish. Let your personality shine. Number 33 for group 3. So group 1, number 6, looking at the underbelly. Group 2, number 29, empower yourself, or group 3, let your personality shine, number 33. So take your time, let's take a deep breath together, and this might help you choose. Pause the video if you need more time. There's no rush. Feel free to grab yourself a cup of coffee and a snack too. These readings are a lot of fun. Don't forget to subscribe because I post these every single weekend and they become like a little weekly fun thing that we do together, and I'm definitely enjoying them. I hope you are too. Please remember, my readings are general readings. They are ultimately meant for entertainment. These readings do get quite specific, and while I love the updates, letting me know like how things have unfolded and how these things have connected, have fun with these readings. If you get a challenging card, please don't let that derail your week or, cause you to have a bad week. We're just kind of looking at different energies that might pop up throughout the week, different themes, and overall they're a lot of fun. And when we do have a challenging card, we kind of figure out how to navigate it, what we can do about that situation. But yeah, we will jump into it. If you want, you can check out my last reading. I just posted. I'm trying to kind of promote that video because it's underperforming a little bit and I loved it. And it is a video about how you're progressing towards your goals or what's helping you reach a goal or progress forward in a positive direction. It's not a very long video, but it is a lot of fun. And it has 4 groups to choose from, very similar theme to today. So if you feel called to watch another reading, I'll link that below. And also, if you want to support my channel further, you can check out my Patreon and memberships. Both of those are also linked below in the description. And I also upload a special video there every single week. Actually, the same day that you're watching these videos, you can check out the reading over there. So whichever is more convenient for you. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into it. We'll see what's happening for your week ahead. Just a reminder, group 1, 2, 3. So take your time. If you need to pause for a little longer, that's okay, and I'll meet you at group 1. If you chose number 6, looking at the underbelly, then this is your week ahead messages. I'm not at home, as you might be able to tell, and I can't wait to go home, if I'm honest. I've been finding it super hard to record while here, so I'm just counting down the days to go home, if I'm honest. But yeah, we are looking at the week ahead. If you haven't watched one of my weekly readings, welcome. I'm happy to have you here. Today we are sticking with the nautical theme. We've got like an underwater theme that we've been working with this week. And your card is looking at the underbelly. So be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking some time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project you are working on could use some fine tuning. So let's take a look. Let's see what else we get. But you could be making some adjustments this week, okay? Or trying to make the most of your time, all right? So the most of your schedule, that's kind of what I'm trying to do. I'm not at home, so I'm using the time in the best possible way that I can, but let's see what else we have. We'll get your tea leaf cards. So group 1, this one wants to come out. So you should accept valid criticism. So some constructive criticism possibly coming in this week. Group 1, what else is happening this week? Excitement. All right. And we've we've got, oh, by the way, the special guest oracles this week, we've got Magical Mermaids and Dolphins and Whispers of the Ocean. Okay, so let's see. Group 1. What is happening this week? You've got consult an expert. So more information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. Okay. All right, so let's just take a quick look at your oracle card. So more information is needed. Contact someone with expertise in this area. Okay, so with you should accept valid criticism. Maybe you're seeking out some advice. It's not so much about like unsolicited advice, I feel. I feel like this could be something that you are actually seeking out, but I will say be prepared to hear the answer. Like if there's something you want to make adjustments on or improve in your life, and you're seeking out some sort of expertise, whether it be financial, something to do with work, business, just some sort of goal that you have, the answers that you get may not be, I don't want to say they're not what you want to hear, but there could be some like, I'm getting possibly like reality checks or some adjustments or some suggestions that may require you to make some changes with something, okay? So let's see what we get for tarot. So group 1, Monday. Got the Chariot. Tuesday, 9 of Pentacles. Wednesday, 7 of Pentacles. Thursday, 10 of Wands. Friday, 9 of Cups. Saturday, Ace of Swords. And finally, Sunday, 5 of Wands. All right, so let's get some charms. Okay. All right, group 1. Let's take a look. So we'll start with Monday. I just want to do a quick little scan, though. I always like to do a quick little look to see if there's anything we have more of. I'm seeing Pentacles here, Tuesday, Wednesday. We've got Wands, Cups, Swords, so a little bit of everything. Okay. Yeah, looks good. Looks good though. Your cards, you know what's interesting is your cards do suggest to me that you've got a lot that you're working on. I feel like this week you're wanting to make some positive changes. And I like Firecracker because there's a feeling of enthusiasm. Something is, to me, prompting you to like get to work with something is my feeling. So I don't know what that is. It could be something like an opportunity coming up that sort of just lights a fire in you, you know, that you just want to kind of take action with certain things. But that's actually a good way to kind of summarize what I think I'm getting from this is you're taking action with certain things. All right, so let's dive into the days. And I'll try and kind of see where this advice, like what day this advice might be coming in. But again, I mean, this I think might have to do with you though, because I do think that you're consulting this person or asking, okay, you're seeking out the information. So I don't see that it's coming in necessarily like out of nowhere. It's like you're having a conversation or you're sending out an email or you're, you know, having a meeting with someone and then you're asking about like where you might be able to improve or this person's offering some advice and you're wanting to learn more. Like it seems more of a conversation rather than someone just giving you like out of nowhere criticism, okay? So this does feel quite constructive because the thing is this card says you should accept valid criticism. So to me, when I see this card, I know that there's something to it or there's something to at least consider. You know, it's not like it's saying you're going to get criticism. It's saying you should accept valid criticism. So there's some truth to the information that's coming out for you this week. Okay, so let's start with Monday, group 1. You've got others see you as lively, friendly, and witty. That's really cool. You've got the Chariot as your card of the week. You've got the Pencil and the fire-breathing dragon with the crescent moon. Okay, so let me just look at this. So with the pencil and by the way, I always mention this, but I always just like to remind everyone, certain charms may have significance to you. So feel free to read along with me. Like a charm to you might like really connect to a certain person or something that you have coming up this week. So definitely have fun with it. But what I'm getting from this with the pencil and the fire breathing dragon, this one makes me think of creative expression, because when you think about like a fire, wands, fire breathing dragon. So I'm getting something about you expressing yourself. And you have the pencil. So I'm getting something you're writing or expressing yourself, or there could be something to fill out on Monday that's really important. But some of you are quite funny, okay? There's something about like, because it says witty, so there's something like you're making someone laugh, or you're having a conversation where people are kind of they're seeing a different side of you on Monday, or they're getting to know your personality a little bit better. But I'm seeing some sort of creative expression Monday of some kind, okay? You're expressing yourself confidently and creatively, and people or somebody is seeing a different side of you. I'm getting on Monday, you're putting your best foot forward with something, okay? So whatever you have going on Monday, I'm seeing it being a success, quite honestly. I'm seeing you moving forward confidently Monday. I'm seeing you making decisions. There's something about like you're able to kind of make decisions sort of quickly, or you're just feeling very, I guess, in control of a situation. So yeah, you're on top of your game Monday with something. So good news, at work and business, there could be forward movement or progress with something professionally, or just in general, even socially, because like in some sort of social setting because of this. So others see you as lively, friendly, and witty. This could be also a good day to like creatively, like do creative writing, or like make notes about different creative ideas that you have coming in. Really good day to just kind of use this energy. On to Tuesday, you've got Aries energy. Whenever I see a sign, okay, it could represent you, or it could represent someone who's kind of at the forefront that day. Kind of like main character energy, I always say. You've got the Mermaid. You've got the Leaf there, okay, and the Nine of Pentacles as your card of the day. This is an interesting message coming in for Tuesday. I'm seeing you feeling very confident. Well, actually Monday, Tuesday, but I'm in your appearance specifically is coming through Tuesday. So I don't know if you're getting your hair done or something like that, but I'm seeing you feeling very attractive. Maybe some of you have like a hair appointment or something like to do with self-care that day, but yeah, I'm seeing you feeling quite confident that day. This is also a day where I'm seeing a lot of professional success, and I keep getting you're making a great first impression this week. So I'm seeing this continuing into Tuesday, so there could be something about really great first impressions. If you've got meetings coming up this week, I'm seeing you feeling like going in with your head held high, feeling very confident, feeling very proud about your accomplishments, and, able to kind of discuss what you've achieved confidently and very proud. So that's the energy I'm getting for Tuesday. You've got the Leaf too. This can be about release, all right? So there could be something you're working on releasing on Tuesday. Let me see what else comes up here. Let's see if there's any missing. What's interesting is I've never noticed, or not that I haven't noticed this, of course it's a gold leaf, but I've never really focused on that when I'm looking at this charm. And in this instance, group one, I'm really feeling like, because the tree in the background, like a money tree, okay? So there's something Tuesday that could be very fruitful or very abundant later on, okay? So, there's that expression, money doesn't grow on trees, but there's something about that Tuesday that's coming in. Let me know if that makes sense for you, but I'm just looking at this tree in the background. It's full of pentacles, and I'm noticing this gold leaf that looks like it kind of fell off of this tree. So, there could be a feeling of something maturing, like a business, or your something to do with work or finances. Maybe even something like you go into your account and you see that your savings account has, accrued a lot of interest or something like that. Like lots of different possibilities, but it's just interesting because, again, not that I haven't noticed that it's a gold leaf, but that's usually not like the first thing I even mention. So kind of interesting. Something about a money tree, or, an opportunity for building wealth. Okay, with the Nine of Pentacles, very interesting combo. The Pentacles energy continues into Wednesday, group one. We've got the book, you've got the funnel. So I feel like this might be the day where this valid criticism is coming in because of the book, because of the Seven of Pentacles, and the funnel can have to do with frustration. So obviously something, and actually the Seven of Pentacles can have to do with frustration too. So something This is like the analysis card. It's a card of assessment, okay? So there's something on Wednesday, as well as things are going Tuesday. I'm getting that there's still room for adjustments, okay? And that's what this card was about. So, and this might be what is prompting you to make these adjustments, is that you're seeing success with one thing and you're wanting to kind of like make some further adjustments to keep improving a situation or to keep going in the right track possibly. But yeah, this is a card of assessment. So there's something maybe that's frustrating you, or some information you want to kind of look more into. So I think that this is where a consultant expert might come into play, or you should accept valid criticism. So this could be a clue that this expert you're consulting, some sort of book, like a how-to book or some sort of like helpful book. You could be going to a library, or this book could just be a symbol of wisdom and knowledge and information, kind of like it is in Lenormand. So in Lenormand, it represents information, okay? Depending, of course, where the card lands too, it's information coming in possibly. So I think that this is a good day, Wednesday. If you have a question, ask, okay? There's no silly questions. Anyone doing better than you is not going to like criticize you in a negative way, or try to make you feel stupid or anything like that. Like they're going to want to help you, right? So, but again, like I said earlier, be ready for the suggestions that come in, okay? You've got the balloons. This actually could be where the excitement comes in as well. There could be a birthday on Wednesday or some sort of celebration. I'm seeing that saving money is also sort of on your mind on Wednesday and Thursday, which is, again, interesting because Tuesday you're feeling so comfy in that kind of arena, you know, whereas Wednesday you're thinking about making adjustments, you're making some changes, and saving is like saving for the future might be on your mind. Also, it's like little pieces of lint and hair everywhere. But the octopus can have to do with balance. So it could be like balancing finances, okay? Octopus can also have to do with, is it octopi if it's singular? I don't know. Let me know below in the comments. But the octopus charm can have to, octopi is plural, right? Anyways, doesn't matter. But the octopus can have to do with multitasking. So this could also be a day where you're required to multitask. And this could continue into Thursday because we have the 10 of Wands as your card of the day, Thursday. So a day where you've got a lot going on, okay? This could be a day where you've got a lot to carry. You might kind of have that feeling of like, okay, I've got so much to do today. I don't really know where to begin. This is actually, I tend to look at it as a card of like you're almost there. It's like the last push, okay? So it's that last little bit of work that we have to do to kind of wrap something up or complete something. So whatever you're working on Wednesday or whatever's causing this frustration, you might be completing on Thursday. And this could also be a day too where it's maybe like if something feels overly complicated or too difficult, this could be a day to also consult the expert, okay? Because there could be an easier way to do something. I just got the, you know that saying, work smarter, not harder? So something like that could be coming up Thursday. As far as charms, you only have pack your bags, you're bound for an exciting destination. So there could be themes of travel coming up Thursday, some discussion around travel or something like that. You could be consulting an expert on a certain location that you want to travel to, or this could be what the excitement is, okay, a travel opportunity. This charm, I always imagine an announcer on a game show being like, pack your bags, you're headed to, and then whatever, you know, beautiful location. So that's interesting. So yeah, there could be excitement around some sort of travel opportunity. It doesn't have to be anything too extravagant. It could be something like, you know, a little weekend away or a concert or something like that, or a festival, something, you know, something fun though. Okay, on to Friday, you've got the key to success, the 9 of Cups. I love that you have the 2 9s that I love the most here. You've got 9 of Cups and 9 of Pentacles on the board today. You've got key to success, okay? So this could be like an answer from this expert, okay? So you're getting the key to success or an answer, because a key to me represents a way forward, a solution. So the key to success could be available to you. This is also a feeling of abundance, having enough to go around and even more, okay, is coming through. A feeling of wish fulfillment, feeling content emotionally, feeling kind of calm with the situation. I've mentioned this before and I feel the need to mention it now, but there's a little bit of drama happening on the side, but this person does not feel like, it doesn't seem to be phased at all. And I'm only mentioning that because I'm looking at Sunday, and it's really the only challenging card that I see. I mean, Thursday, of course, we've got 10 of Wands, which is a challenge, but as far as anything that's like really jumping out to me as the challenge of the board, is it starting to thunderstorm? We had a huge thunderstorm last night. But yeah, I mean, we'll get there. We're not there yet, but it's interesting. So anyways, Friday could just be like a really nice day. You know, you could do something that just makes you feel very content emotionally, very fulfilled. This could be just feeling like a lot of different areas of your life are going well that day, you know. Relationships, you know, are steady and stable and feeling great, and your work situation is going good, and you know, you're watching a nice movie, you have a nice dinner, like one of those days. So that's like the card that's jumping out to me, or the day that's jumping out to me, is especially peaceful. So a good day to kind of like do the things that you love, okay? You aspire to great things, begin with little ones. I'm feeling like that's just more so for the weekend as a whole, so I'll get there. But yeah, the key to success, so you could be getting some sort of answer, a way forward, or a solution of some kind. Speaking of answers or solutions, your card of the day, Saturday, you've got Ace of Swords, and you have the magnifying glass. So this is a day of clarity. So again, anything that's causing this confusion or frustration, Wednesday, anything that you're consulting this expert for, you could get an answer for Friday, Saturday, or just kind of an aha moment, a clarity moment. Like someone could say something to you with this cup card that just sort of, you know, sometimes when someone just phrases something a certain way and it's like, oh yes, of course, yes. Why didn't I think of that? Or, oh my gosh, why was I doing it this way? Like I should have been doing it this way all along. Or, oh my goodness, I hadn't even considered that. Like something like that is coming in Saturday. And this is allowing you to regain control of a situation, okay? You have to, what I'm getting to tell you Saturday is be open to getting out of, I'm getting lots of things right now, but getting out of your own way just popped in, but like you might be clinging really hard to a certain way of doing something, and this might require you to pivot or change directions, but you're definitely taking a closer look at what this advice is or this information is, okay? So messages could be coming in, email responses, text responses, you know, answers from this expert, whatever this information is. An idea could pop in that day, like just this moment of, oh, there it is, that's the answer. This could be a day of breakthroughs as far as what your initial card was talking about. Like, so you could be feeling like you're finally kind of getting things organized, or, you know, you've kind of figured out the, I guess, secret recipe to something on Saturday. And then Sunday, you've got noon being mentioned. So 12 o'clock, okay? And you have the Five of Wands. So like I said, really the only card that's kind of like catching my attention this week as anything overly complicated. This could just be a day to avoid conflict. Now, me and my friend were just talking about Five of Wands, and we were talking about how like sometimes this can just be a debate, right? You're having a heated debate or a discussion about important topics. It could be sort of a discussion about ideas or how to approach something, you know? So this could actually be the day too where you should accept valid criticism. But this, you know, it tends to be a little bit more heated and a little bit more intense. So I don't know that that's what it is. I mean, it could be. I would say my sense from this card on Sunday is tempers could just be kind of a little bit flared that day. You might find that you're especially agitated that day, or you know, moody, right? It happens. You know, those days where you're like, why am I feeling this way? I'm so like annoyed at everything, or people around you. It could be like the kind of day where people just aren't really getting along. So maybe a good day to kind of just, and this could be due to this excitement too, right? Like lots of excitement in the air, okay? Because excitement, of course, I tend to think of it as something exciting, but it can be like excitable energy too. I'm getting the word agitated a lot, so there could be like an agitated energy on Sunday. So I guess the best advice in that case is maybe like, or this could be saying like, look at what's really going on, okay, looking at the underbelly. So there could be something you're kind of really seeing, like really what's causing this possibly. Or it could just be the day where, you know what, maybe like on days like that when I'm feeling irritable, those are the days where I'm like, okay, you know what, I'm going to try to avoid being around too many people today, and I'm just going to work on stuff at home, or just, you know, rest or watch a funny movie or do something to kind of like lighten the energy up a bit. But yeah, that is your week, group one. Let me know what you think. I love this though. I think it's a great week. You seem to be really taking the wheel with something, okay? I'm seeing you taking control of something this week, seeking out the answers that you need, taking the initiative, fine-tuning, okay? Making some adjustments is definitely coming in. You're definitely assessing things. You're confronting things that need to be, have some adjustments made, or some fine tuning, just like this card said. You're open to criticism, you're open to advice from experts this week. If, again, when this advice comes in, your first instinct might be to be defensive a little bit of like your way of doing something, but I genuinely feel like this person's just trying to help. It's not coming from a place of like judgment or anything like that. So let me know what you think, group 1. We will see you later. 2, if you chose the second card with Empower Yourself, number 29, it says, tune into your personal power. You are more than able to handle the situation facing you. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person you are capable of being. Whenever I see this card, I think immediately of the Knight of Swords. So you might be in your Knight of Swords energy this week. You might be feeling a little bit more bold, a little bit more assertive, a little bit more confident in sharing your opinions, or I'm getting pushing an idea forward, okay, or something you want to accomplish. So I'm excited to see what else we have. We've got your tarot, we've got tea leaf cards, and magical mermaids and dolphins. By the way, if this is your first weekly reading, welcome. We're going to dive right in. No pun intended. I've got the nautical undersea theme today. We did that actually earlier this week, and you might want to watch this the video that I just posted about reaching your goals, because I feel like there's a sense of like nothing stopping you this week. I keep imagining the Knight of Swords with this. I don't believe it's a swordfish, because I remember referencing the book and I think it's a different kind of fish. Maybe it's like a certain kind of swordfish, but let's get you a magical mermaids and dolphins card, group 2. Make a decision. Okay, yeah, so feeling stuck or indecisive, listen to your intuition and make a decision. So I like that actually with Empower Yourself, because I think sometimes we can feel indecisive when we don't really trust ourselves to make a decision, or we're like doubting ourselves. I think this week you are feeling more confident in yourself. I like that. Allow yourself to be the strong, beautiful person you are capable of being. So yeah, you're not second guessing yourself, okay? You're not letting maybe even like the opinions of others kind of cloud your judgment this week. You're really just trusting yourself. You're trusting your own judgment to make a decision. So let's get some tea leaf cards. Every week I get 2 tea leaf cards. Can you hear the ship? I hope you heard that. So yeah, I'm not at home right now, as you can probably tell. I'll be home soon, but I learned through this experience, especially this time, because I've been house sitting since I was a teenager, but this time for some reason, like I'm finding it very difficult to like get in the energy of filming. And I'm learning that I like my routine. I'm really learning that. Okay, so group 2, what is happening this week? Opportunity or windfall. Ooh, I love that. An archway. Look at that. So lots of opportunities coming in this week. And you are empowering yourself to seize the day. You're taking these opportunities. So opportunity or windfall, new opportunities, possibilities, and paths opening up. So, that could be kind of what's causing you to feel more decisive, or it could actually be saying like it's an important week to be decisive and trust your decisions with these new opportunities, because there could be multiple, right? It's plural. So, there could be, for instance, just as an example, like 2 jobs being offered to you this week. So make a decision, listen to your intuition, go with your gut. Okay. I really feel like you're trusting your gut this week. I'm getting a sense like you're not overthinking things this week, or you're trying not to overthink things this week, or even overcomplicate things. This could be a week too where you're really just wanting to simplify things as well. So let's get your tarot group 2. Little reminder every single week, if you get a challenging card on a certain day, please remember, have fun with these readings. Do not let a challenging card dictate what kind of day you're going to have or what kind of week you're going to have. We're just looking at different energies that we might want to consider that day, different things that might kind of pop up as a theme. But I just kind of like to remind people of that. We're looking at 1 week in the whole month in the entire year, so. Okay, Monday, let's start with Monday. 2 of Wands. So yeah, this is a day early on in the week. You're already considering different possibilities and different options. You've got Tuesday was popping out already. You've got Page of Swords. So So Tuesday, you're definitely like in the energy of seeking out more information, or I'm getting empowering yourself with more information. So maybe that's what's helping you make a decision, right? Is you're looking more into these things. But again, not in like an overcomplicating, overthinking kind of way, like over-investigating. It's just kind of like getting the information you need to get, and then making a decision confidently with that information. So Wednesday, what's happening? Wednesday, you've got 2 of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot about weighing options. You've got 2 of the 2 cards, okay? So a lot about weighing options this week. This could, of course, have to do with the make a decision card. 2 very valuable, very, I'm getting valuable or equally enticing options could be presented to you this week. So Thursday, let's see what your card of the day. Thursday, you've got the Lovers. Love that, because this card, of course, has to do with union, and it can have to do with romance and love, but it can also have to do with major life decisions. So kind of sticking with the theme today. Friday, let's see what Friday has in store. Ace of Pentacles, beautiful. Some opportunities coming in Friday, possibly new jobs or windfalls, right? This could be the windfall day, of course. Let's look at the weekend group. Okay, everyone has gotten, 2 groups so far, but the 5 of Wands has come out now twice because group 1 had it on Sunday. So for some reason, the weekend is, tempers are flared, or just kind of, I was getting the word agitated for group 1. So people could just be like irritable, agitated. Could be potential for some debate or arguments on Saturday, or you could just be feeling conflicted about something. It could be like you make a decision and then there's some sort of like conflict about like, oh, did I make the right decision? Like, that kind of thing, right? Which is, of course, normal. Okay, and then Sunday, okay, happy to see this. You've got the Ace of Swords on Sunday. Okay, so beautiful cards. Similar to group 1, your most challenging card that I see for the week ahead is that 5 of Wands, so we'll get there on Saturday, but let's get some charms, group 2. And I have a request. If you have a moment after this, definitely check out the reading I just posted. It's a nautical theme, same kind of thing, and it's all about how to achieve that goal, that wish you have, that dream, like what's helping you progress, what's pushing you towards this goal, what's going to be like the secret to this success. I think that, especially with your card today, I think it could be helpful, okay, because it's all about empowering yourself this week. But yeah, let's start with Monday. Monday, you've got an important phone call or some communication coming in, which could be really exciting because you have it with the 2 of Wands. You also have the Ace of Swords. So you technically have the Ace of Swords twice on either end of the board. So that's cool. It's kind of like bookending the week. So that's really cool. Okay. You've got Brave. Interesting. You've got the paint palette and you have the little wedding cake topper. Now this could have to do with ceremonies, weddings, things like that. But it can also have to do with commitment. I think because you have the Lovers card, it's reminding me of the Lovers card because they're holding hands kind of similarly in each of the images. So there could definitely be themes of like, a relationship feeling very stable and committed this week. Okay, that could kind of be happening in the midst of all of this decision making. And actually someone left a comment. If it was you, definitely comment again. But they said, I'm feeling, how did they word it? But they said basically like things professionally are moving forward and being in a stable relationship right now is helping. And I thought that was so interesting because sometimes when like things are feeling, I guess, unsteady in our relationship, other areas can kind of feel the same way. You know what I mean? Like, I think that when one area of our life, when we're kind of upset about something or preoccupied, it can have a little bit of an effect on other areas of life, right? I know for me it does. Like, if I'm going through a rough patch in a relationship, I don't feel as empowered or focused, I guess is a better word, on my job, or for instance, or I'm not able to kind of create content in the same way that I ordinarily would, right? Because I'm distracted. So this could be playing a role. This is really cool because you have 2 of Wands, you've got the phone, you've got the Ace of Swords. I think some sort of exciting news is coming in. And this could be the day, group 2, where this opportunity or this decision is presented to you, right? These new opportunities, the possibilities. It could be a phone call, communication, a text, something like that coming in saying, hey, these are your options. Get back to us, let us know. Or just options that are kind of just there already, or you're realizing them. But some sort of important communication is coming in on Monday. But Monday, your card of the day, 2 of Wands, you're definitely, this is to me the card of exploring options. It's also funny because it's my internet research card, because I always see the World Wide Web. So yeah, I always think of it as my internet research card. www just popped in. Do people even write that anymore? Like, is that the beginning of websites, or is that just like when I was... It's funny to me because I'm like, I think about when the internet came out, like, and the dial-up sound and all of these different things. I don't know why that's popping into my head. I'm getting a bit distracted, but maybe it's relevant for someone. Sometimes when I go off on tangents, I wonder if it's like relevant for someone, but I'm thinking of like the dial-up sound and the old big computer that I had, and no one could be on the phone while you were on the internet. Like, it was, if you had to make a phone call, you had to tell the person on the internet, that kind of thing. So yeah, I don't know why that's popping in. That's interesting. But yeah, you've got Ace of Swords, like I said, on either end of the board. So this is good because this is telling me that you're feeling very clear, or some information is available that's helping you kind of make a very clear decision. There could be some breakthroughs. I'm noticing how the swordfish is like leaping through the water. So breaking through the surface of something could be relevant. You've got the paint palette. So you could also be feeling especially creative and having different creative ideas that day, especially professionally. There could be different creative ideas coming in, or you could just feel very tapped into your creativity. You've got the word brave, okay, with the blessing ring. Okay, so it says courageous, brave, and strong. Absolutely. I feel like that's what you're feeling like this week, I think that really makes sense with the messages of personal power. You're feeling that personal power. You're feeling courageous. You're feeling brave. That's, to me, totally, the Knight of Swords energy. Feeling courageous, feeling bold, feeling like you can kind of move forward, feeling like no one can get in your way too. And very like, there's a sense today of like not caring what other people think coming through very strongly, which I know is sometimes easier said than done. And it can be something that we have to work on, but it's like this week, it's not phasing you. It's like, it's not at the forefront. Like, you're not really thinking about what people think or what people will think or what other people's opinions will be. It's just more so what you want this week. So I think that's actually really good. On that note, you've got the rooster. Okay. So this is confidence. This could be, sometimes I get it when you're waking up early too. I know that sounds so simple, but makes me think of like an early start to your day. Getting a head start on something could be relevant on Tuesday. You could be getting a head start with something actually that's coming through is rather important. It might be important to be early to something. If you've got an interview, maybe leave just a little bit early, make sure you're on time. Be first in line for something, okay, Tuesday, or just be early, be on time. Okay, that could be relevant, but this can also have to do with confidence, all right? In the tea leaf deck, the rooster card can be an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. So it could be, someone like that you're encountering. Let's see what else we have. We've got heads up. Okay, so telling you to pay attention to something. Because you have the Ace of Swords, or pardon me, the Page of Swords. Pages can sometimes be the messengers in tarot, so this could definitely be also indicating with the phone. I almost said cell phone. It's a rotary phone, but with the phone, some sort of communication coming in as well on Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. Some news with heads up. Yeah, maybe that's why I was getting head start, because it's like you're getting a heads up with something, or hey, just so you know, like this is coming up, or hey, this is, you've got an advance notice with this or something like that. The horns, I keep hearing the boat horns too. So there's something like a warning, or just like letting you know something's happening before it even happens. So there's something about early. I don't know why, that must have come in for a reason. But Page of Swords, like I said, possible messages. This could also be you just like I said earlier, maybe doing some investigation or some research. You're feeling especially curious about something, wanting to look further into it. On to Wednesday. I have to put tape on this one. Usually I put tape on the little fortune cookie fortunes, but it says pack your bags, you're bound for an exciting destination. Some numbers that might be relevant: 10, 13, 18, 29, 30, 45. So that's coming in Tuesday, Wednesday. Okay, so this could be like some sort of information coming in advance of a trip or something like that, or an opportunity for a vacation. Your card of the day is the Two of Pentacles. So yeah, this could be a day too where you're weighing different options, okay? Making a decision, you're weighing pros and cons. This could just be a busy day, okay? This is one of my busy day cards. If you know me in my readings, you know the Eight of Wands and Two of Pentacles are my busy day cards. This kind of busy day is the kind of day where you have just a lot to juggle. You've got a lot on your plate. You're doing a good job, but just try not to, I wouldn't add too much more to the schedule on Wednesday, okay? Could be, I'm getting more so about like weighing options, or there could be certain areas of life that you're trying to balance as well, but definitely getting more of like a weighing pros and cons type energy that day. You've got the Iron. There could be something being ironed out. I'm getting ironing out the details, okay? So some details of something, this opportunity, the possibilities or paths, something could be getting ironed out, working out the details of something. You've got a lot of charms sort of right in the middle of Wednesday, Thursday. So let's take a look. You've got the Lock. You've got Prince Charming landing with the Lovers. You've got an announcement. Could definitely be wedding announcements this week. If it's not you, it could be someone that you care about. This could be what this phone call is, okay? I always encourage people to have fun with the charms. I say it every week, but certain charms may have special significance for you. You might know exactly what this camel charm means, right? Or this cheerleader charm. There could be certain messages for you, but yeah, I do find it interesting. You've got the Bell, which is announcement, the wedding cake topper, Prince Charming. So that could be coming through, maybe like a destination wedding. You could get news of a destination wedding. So you're trying to decide whether to go or how to budget for it, for example, could be one example of many. You've got the Car. Okay, so this is like Chariot energy. You've also got the Hermit charm. In this case, I'm getting coming out of your shell. Okay, so I don't think that this is a week to be, I know we can't really help if we're shy. If we're naturally shy, I get that it's not like a switch that we can just kind of be like, okay, I'm not shy. But I do see that it would benefit you this week to kind of come out of your shell this week and be a little bit more bold, because I keep thinking of that Knight of Swords. So that's coming through. But also the Hermit card, Hermit energy. This could be just feeling a little bit introspective that day. There could be something about like something being locked up or hidden, a secret of some kind. The lock can have to do with something, something being locked up, or let me know what you get from that. It could be like some sort of obstacle you're trying to figure out how to solve that day. I'm getting more about secrets because it's reminding me of a diary lock. So there's something about secrets. And then, of course, Chariot energy. But this could be like a car. You might have an oil change that day or something like that. This could be the travel. Pack your bags. You're bound for an exciting destination. So there could be something about travel that day. But if it's not that, it's likely Chariot energy. On to Thursday. Here's where we have the Lovers card, okay, and the Prince Charming. So yeah, it could be a particularly loving day. It could be a day where you feel like your commitment to someone is especially strong, or you're making some sort of commitment to somebody. Your relationship could feel close. You could just be feeling like your bond is being strengthened, all right? But like I said, this could be with the theme of the week, decision making, okay? Making some sort of major choice this week. Friday, you've got the Treasure Chest, you've got the Camel, you've got the Ace of Pentacles, and the Magnifying Glass. So a couple of things. Windfall, I would be willing to bet, could be coming in Friday because of the Treasure Chest. This is like Nine of Pentacles energy to me. And you have Ace of Pentacles too. So definite possibilities for some sort of windfall on Friday. For some, it could be finding $20 in a coat pocket. For others, it could be like $1,000, $10,000. I mean, who knows, right? These are general readings, but some sort of windfall. This windfall too, because we have so much about opportunity, could be a lucky opportunity, okay? But this is definitely something that has a lot of potential and a lot of room for growth into the future. So it could be something like a job opportunity, a business opportunity, like a really great new client if you're in business. It could be, an answer to a question. It could be just money coming in, it could be lots of different things, or a path, like it says path leading to money. So I love that archway. You have the Camel. So persevere and you will overcome problems. And the camel also makes me think of feeling very self-sufficient. I was getting earlier, I don't know if I said it out loud or just thought it, but I feel like overall you're feeling fairly independent this week. Not to say partnerships aren't, a highlight, because you definitely have the Lovers card, but in general, when it comes to your goals and your decisions, you're feeling very independent and empowered. So I'm seeing that again on Friday, very self-sufficient, very independent. You've got the magnifying glass too, so there could be something worth taking a closer look at. I'm getting Friday, don't pass up an opportunity right away, like maybe look a little bit more into it, okay? Have a closer look at it, okay? There could be something a little bit deeper beneath the surface, okay? Because I'm noticing that fish again, diving through the surface of the water. On to the weekend, group 2, you've got that 5 of Wands. Okay, so again, and you've got the barking dog. So potentially a day of conflict, agitation, annoyance, a heated debate of some kind. You could just find people are just moody that day. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting, because that's what I had for group 1. It could just be a day to kind of avoid conflict, or because you're in your Knight of Swords energy, maybe actually you want to get involved in some sort of debate or share your opinion strongly or something like that. You might feel a little bit more, up for some conflict, honestly, or some, a debate, I think is a better word maybe, but you know what I mean? So like the barking dog, this is to me like communicating, okay? So there could be a need to communicate or stand up for yourself. Or if this is more so about inner conflict, maybe this could be a good day to kind of communicate that if there's something you're feeling conflicted about, so, and this with the Ace of Swords could just be communication in general, more communication this weekend. It's definitely a theme for your week, being that you have the phone, Page of Swords, the barking dog, the Ace of Swords twice, like you've got a lot of it. You've got the cheer charm on Saturday. So like I said earlier, that could be like a sports game that you're watching on Saturday. You could be going to like a baseball game or a football game. I don't even know if the games are still happening. I don't know sports at all, but this could be like, maybe like a heated game with a sports team or something like that. Okay, you're cheering for your sports team. This can also be like 6 of Wands energy, so you could feel a sense of like support or someone cheering for you. In this debate, for example, like it could be a debate you get in or an argument you get in, and you find that like people are kind of like siding with you on a certain topic, that could be coming through. And then finally on Sunday, love this, you aspire to great things, begin with little ones with the Ace of Swords. So Sunday, there's definitely something about a new beginning or possibly breakthroughs, but an ace always brings that new beginning feeling. So I like that. You're starting with something on Sunday, okay? So this could be a day where you're implementing a new idea or a strategy or getting something started. This could be a day where you're saying yes to something, or you're getting back to someone, you're sending off an email or something like that. So very cool. Group 2, let me know what you think. I really hope that you enjoyed this weekly reading. Like I said, if it's your first time, definitely subscribe, because every single weekend I post these. So let me know what you think, and we'll see you. Group 3, if you chose the card Let Your Personality Shine, number 33, this is your messages for this week. So if you haven't joined me for a week ahead reading, welcome. I'm excited to dive in. We're working with the nautical theme. I already did a reading with this theme earlier this week about achieving your goals, what's going to be the recipe to your success, or what's helping you progress. So if you want to check that out, definitely check it out below. I'll link it. We're going to dive into the week ahead. We're going to get you tarot cards. We've got the tea leaf cards, the special guest oracles this week. We've got magical mermaids and dolphins, as well as whispers of the ocean. So that's this one. So the card that you chose, Let Your Personality Shine, this week you are really embracing those things that make you you. You're tired of comparing yourself to others, or that feeling of like, oh, well, they're better at this, because that really does, like, I guess, take the focus away from the things that you have to offer. So it says you have something no one else has that makes you who you are. Stop comparing yourself to others and allow your uniqueness to shine through. This week something's happening that's kind of just reminding you that the things that make you you, like, that's what makes you special. This is what makes you stand out. So you're definitely focusing your attention on these things, on these qualities or these skills, these talents, because there could be a reason, right? These qualities about you that make you unique could be presenting some sort of opportunity. Okay, so you also have simplify your life. Eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. So this could be a good week to declutter, to sort through some things, to clean off that desk, to drop off those bags of stuff to donate, to, you know, start thinking about hosting that yard sale, right? And I think that there's something about just wanting less. It's like, you know, that quote, less stuff, less stress. And I say that, and I'm totally like, like not a minimalist. Like I'm a collector, you know, I have like little, you know, treasures and little trinkets all over the place, and like little, you know, odds and ends all over the place. So, you know, I realize I'm one to talk, but I will say sometimes it does feel good to declutter and just kind of do an assessment about like, okay, what am I holding on to? What can I let go of? So yeah, you could be making some donations this week, or just dropping some stuff off at the thrift store to donate, or, you know, again, maybe hosting a yard sale could be a fun thing. It's yard sale season, or it's about to be for me anyways. But yeah, eliminate clutter from your home and work life to balance the flow of activities. It could be clutter and activities too, like too many commitments, right? There could be too many things that you've like signed up for. You're trying to maybe trim off some of that so that you don't have, you know, so much to do in the coming weeks, right? You're trying to simplify your life maybe for the coming season, for the summer. Yeah, work life. Maybe you're trying to like catch up on certain things with work, or I'm getting something about like trimming or pruning certain things that are unnecessary, right? So that could be coming through. Let's get your tea leaf cards, and then we'll jump into your tarot. Group 3, what's happening this week? Finger, warning you of a problem either now or in the future, and disappointment in some affair. Okay, so that's maybe why I keep getting the trimming analogy. So let's dive in to that. I always remind people, especially with the tarot, if you get a challenging card like this card, please don't let it, you know, dictate how your week is going to go. It is absolutely not saying you're going to have a bad week, okay? In fact, this one's kind of warning you of something that could potentially be a disappointment. So we'll see if the cards give us any indication of like how to avoid this, or how to, you know, how to maybe figure this out. But let's get your tarot. Yeah, I always just like to give that reminder. I hope that you have fun with my readings. These readings are not meant to stress you out about any upcoming days or anything like that. It's just a fun little peek into the week ahead and see what kind of energies are present. Okay, so group 3, Monday. What's happening Monday? You've got the Empress card. Tuesday, 7 of Wands. Wednesday, the Emperor. Thursday, 8 of Wands. Friday, 6 of Wands, lots of Wands. Saturday, King of Pentacles. And Sunday, the Page of Swords. Okay, so yeah, your cards themselves actually are overall pretty great. Tuesday might feel kind of overwhelming in a certain way. We'll try and find out why or what's going on, or you're feeling a little bit defensive that day over something. Okay, let's see. Let's get your charms. All right. Okay, I'm just crossing my legs. Okay, what I want to do though, just because I want to get as specific as possible about what this finger is warning you of, because I did find it interesting that we kept getting the word trimming and pruning, and then we got the scissors. I kept getting that word. So maybe something in your life, like disappointment in some affair, maybe something you had like committed to really wasn't all that you thought it would be. So you were like, okay, this is actually pretty disappointing and I don't really want to commit to this. So we're not doing this going forward. That's kind of the sense I'm getting. Because here's the thing, the finger is warning you, right? It's pointing something out. So this isn't catching you off guard. I want to mention that. The finger is like, oh, wow, okay, that's going to be a problem. Or did you notice this? Like, I don't know if you noticed this, but this could be a disappointment. So you're getting a little bit of an advance warning of something that could be potentially disappointing. So that's why I feel like it's like something you're able to kind of maybe, it's like something you're able to like cancel in advance, right? Like you agreed to go, oh, it's funny. I was just going to say you agreed to like go on a road trip with a friend, and then, you know, a bunch of things haven't panned out the way you had both planned. I don't even actually feel the need to get another card. I feel like that's what it is. It's something like, and you might know exactly already what this is, right? You might be like, yeah, you know what? Like, I'm not really happy with this situation and I don't really want to, it's not living up to my expectations. So I'd rather direct my energy to the things that I do love and simplify my schedule by like not focusing on this at all, right? So, something like that. Okay, so, oh my goodness. Okay, so confirmed. This charm in the tea leaf deck is time to get out of a situation. So I think that's what it is. And of course, take it how it fits, right? Some of you might not resonate with this part at all, okay? But for some of you that do, you'll know right away. So Monday, I feel like it's like, hey, look at that. Look at that. This isn't what you thought it was, or had you considered this? So I feel like this could be the day where you're like, okay, this isn't what I thought. I think I want to get out of this situation, because that's the pale card in the tea leaf deck. This can also be like not crying over spilt milk, because it's literally spilt milk. So that expression just means to me, yeah, this is disappointing, but let's put it in perspective, right? Like, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't really make a major difference. It's just kind of, this feels like mild disappointment. And I'm not trying to be like, I know I tend to look on the bright side of situations. That's just me. I like to leave any card with a feeling of hope, or what can we focus on, to make the most of this card. However, it does truly feel like mild disappointment, or like, oh, okay, never mind. Like, that kind of feeling is coming through strong. So yeah, don't cry over spilt milk. So when this happens, like, there's so many other things to focus on. And I actually think that when this happens, it is simplifying your life in a certain way. Like, once this is kind of out of the way or off of the schedule, you're like, oh, okay, actually this kind of cleared up some time in my schedule, or this actually balanced out my week a little bit more, or hey, now I can focus on this today, like that kind of thing. You've got the fire-breathing dragon, and you have the little honey spoon. What's this called, by the way? I keep calling it honey spoon, and I know that's not it. So can someone let me know? Like, what's little honey? Is it a stirrer? I don't know. But anyways, so Monday, this could be like sweet results. I just got the expression land of milk and honey. I know I've heard that before. The land of milk and honey. Yeah, it's like rewards. It's like being in a very content place, I'm pretty sure. Because that just came through very strong. Milk and honey. Something about milk and honey that day. Not doing a good job at putting the puzzle pieces together at this particular moment, but feel free to read along with me. If you get something that I don't, leave it below in the comments. But the Empress, okay, so this is a card of fertility, creativity, softness, it's self-care, it's nurturing energy, not just to other people, but also to yourself, okay? So this could be a day too where you're really focused on some self-care, taking care of yourself. But because you have the fire-breathing dragon, I am getting a lot of creativity, because the fire-breathing dragon is literally expressing Wands energy, so fire. So this could be a day to really express yourself creatively. You might, there could be like a creative project that you're working on, something with let your personality shine. You're really able to kind of, write your music that day, or paint something, or do really nice makeup, if you're into that, or you're a hairstylist and you do really nice work that day. Or I could think of a billion things. You're decorating your home and you're really letting your personality shine through the paint color that you pick, or the curtains or the fabrics. Like, you're cooking and you're letting your personality shine through cooking, like something creative. You're really expressing yourself. I think it's going to be it could be a way to kind of soothe this mild disappointment. It's like, okay, you know what? That didn't work out, but I'm going to focus on this creative thing that I really like. On to Tuesday, you've got the Seven of Wands. Others see you as lively, friendly, and witty. Okay, so why are you so worried? I'm getting that you're really worried about what other people think, okay? Because we saw that with this card. Stop comparing yourself to others. Like, you're worried about what everyone's thinking. I really get that from this image. It's like, oh, like the feeling of like, oh, everyone's thinking this. It's like, don't assume what people are thinking. The very thing you think people are judging you for might actually be the thing that you're standing out. Like, wow, look how beautiful their outfit is, or something like that. So don't be so quick to assume what other people are thinking, okay? I really see, like, you are so unique and people are noticing you, okay? So lean into that. Like, it's okay to stand out. Let your personality shine. You have, just like this says, you have something no one else has that makes you who you are. you're so unique, you're so special, and I think you know that, and I think you're tired of hiding it. I think you're tired of trying to blend in with everyone else and trying to keep up with everyone else. It's like, you know what? No, I'm not. You're letting go of that expectation on yourself. And a disappointment could be the thing that leads you to do that. So it could be like kind of a silver lining of this disappointment might be, you know what, I'm not trying to keep everyone else happy, or try to keep up with everyone else, right? It's been a disappointment. You've also got the brain, okay? So yeah, you could be thinking heavily about something that day, or learning something, doing some brain exercises or activities, word puzzles, things like that, because I'm seeing you like feeling kind of, the word scholarly is coming through because you've got this little ladybug reading a book under the mushroom in the brain. Something could kind of be expanding your mind in a certain way, an audio book possibly, or a book that you're reading is like expanding your ideas and your mind. You've got the world. This is like the world card, little globe. It could be maybe, expansion, possibilities. The world is your oyster, possibly. Almost Two of Wands energy if you think about the person holding the globe. But I want you to know, Tuesday, like you have maybe a bit of feeling of insecurity around what people think, and people see you as lively, friendly, and witty. And not that it matters what they think, but just know that they do think that. You've got like a unique sense of humor maybe, or you're friendly, or you're kind of like, I don't know, I just think this is you, this little cute ladybug with the glasses reading the book. It's just like, you know, I don't know, there's definitely something about you that stands out. Lots of charms on Wednesday. Let's see what's happening midweek. You've got the Emperor card, okay? So this could be a day too where you're simplifying your life. I feel like the Emperor is somebody who doesn't really, I'm getting No Frills, which is a grocery store here in Canada, but No Frills just popped into my head, meaning like kind of just focusing on what's necessary, okay? So this could be where you're simplifying your day. Let's see what charms you have though. You've got strong Aries energy this day, okay? This could be someone in your life, or just the energy of the day for some reason. You've got the special delivery, so some sort of special deliveries coming in this day. You've got the parrot, which could be communication and gossip. You've got the beaver, which is hard work, something to do with the home. The starfish, I'm going to say that's kind of more on Thursday. It's feeling more pulled towards Thursday, but I'll still tell you what it is. And you have the phone, so communication. So special delivery and phone call, something's coming in. Could be news, it could be this kind of warning of like, hey, just so you know, this weekend plans have changed, or we had to, or if you're traveling tomorrow, just know this highway is likely going to be closed, okay? So I just want to let you know ahead of time, or you know, oh, the office is closed on Friday, you're going to have to book an appointment later in the week. You know, me and my examples, I could go on and on, but you know, you're getting kind of a heads up about something. This could also come through gossip of some kind, okay? There could be some gossip coming in Wednesday too. If you had the gossip, there's a day last week on one of the readings where it was like heavy, I think it was a Friday, and we had so many charms about gossip. And it was something about like you're going to hear something, and I wonder if that ended up resonating. I noticed that you're really good about giving me updates the next week about like what does and doesn't happen and how things make sense, so I always enjoy that. But yeah, the parrot generally to me is gossip, but it can just represent communication because you have the phone and the special delivery. So a special delivery could be like an unexpected package on Wednesday. Something could be returned. Some of you mailed a package, it could be returned. Yeah, special delivery, something's getting delivered. You could be kind of focusing or simplifying the home. This could be kind of where the focus is, decluttering your home because you have the beaver. Okay, so focus around the home. And the camel can be about perseverance, and I'm getting self-sufficiency or independence. But it also makes me think of the persevere and you will overcome problems, which is interesting because you have this card. So this could be the day where you're kind of trying to figure out how to tackle this problem. You could need to make some phone calls or rearrange a few things. And this, again, might be a mild disappointment, whatever it is that you're like rearranging. It's like, oh, yeah, I'd hoped this worked out, but you know what? You've got a lot of things to do this week, okay? Speaking of which, Thursday, you've got that starfish. You've got, this is like one-on-one time with someone. This can be kind of like romantic quality time with somebody, and you have 8 of Wands. So you have one of my busy day cards. Group 2 had my 2 of Pentacles, which is my other busy day card. You have Thursday, is a day where like things could kind of happen fast. This could be connected to the special delivery. This could be a day where it's best to kind of expect the unexpected. Being adaptable could definitely help you this day. This is a card of movement, of change. It can indicate travel, so maybe you do have some traveling that day. It's interesting to have it combined with this charm. This could be like healing in a relationship, because the starfish can have to do with healing. And this is about relationship, quality time. So that's interesting. There could be quality time, or I'm getting healing in a particular romantic relationship through quality time. But yeah, 8 of Wands, there could be news this day. Something exciting could happen this day. There could be like a change of plans, which could be the disappointment. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting. So things could kind of change unexpectedly that day. All right. So it's like, oh, we have to change plans. And again, I'm not getting anything necessarily like canceled. It doesn't have to be that, but it could be like, oh, this got postponed 2 weeks. The birthday party got held off because of weather, or, you know what, the meeting got canceled, so-and-so is sick, we have to postpone, something like that. So expect the unexpected. If you can kind of go with the flow this day, I think you can ride this energy out. Something could be kind of in the process of getting figured out that day too. Friday, you've got the sewing machine and the 6 of Wands. So I really like this with Let Your Personality Shine, because this could be a day too where you're feeling very confident in something you've achieved, okay? It could be something that goes really well at work, accolades or something, a compliment at work from your boss or your coworkers, a client leaving a really great review on your website or something, or, you know, something like that. Just a nice compliment, right? Someone compliments you is really coming through with this card. Recognition. You know, but yeah, generally a card of victory and success and feeling like, you know, you've won something. So yeah, I love that. 6 of Wands could be a really great day, and it might boost your confidence. You also have the sewing machine. This too can make me think of creation. This could be like, for instance, the charms can be very personal. So it could be you sewing something like the examples I gave earlier, or it could be something to do with clothing or decor or something like that. You could be signing up for sewing lessons. But in general, if it's not anything that specific, it can have to do with creation or bringing something together. So something could really be brought together. Scissors are making me think of the sewing machine too, because I'm imagining scissors as like a sewing tool. So maybe something you're creating, you have to kind of, I mean, I used to be in sewing lessons, and I cannot tell you the amount of times where like, oh, I sewed this wrong. I have to stitch rip this. I have to like start this again. Is it a pain? Absolutely, but it's literally part of sewing. Like, I don't know one person who's in sewing that doesn't have to do that. So if it's not literally that example, take that symbolism and put it to something else. You might have to kind of restart something. There could be something you're creating that you finish. You're like, I don't like this at all. I want to restart this, right? You know, it happens, right? It depends on like your outlook and how you approach it. You might view it as like a learning, you know, opportunity, or just like something that happens that just sucks sometimes. So there could be something you're creating that day, or recreating, or starting over. Okay, you've got the King of Pentacles Saturday, you've got the rainbow, beautiful. You've got the sturdy moose, and you have the broom. So this could be a clue, because the King of Pentacles tends to be very focused on their home and their environment. Simplify your life with the broom. This could be the day where you're like, okay, I haven't done my spring cleaning yet. Let's get to work. I'm seeing possible outdoor work, okay? So things like gardening, pulling weeds, kind of fixing up the outdoor space a little bit. Maybe you're like sweeping off your patio, putting out some patio chairs, patio tables, something like that. Or it could just be inside, again, decluttering with the broom, cleaning things up, could be on the mind. The rainbow is really nice too. This can talk about an improving situation, okay? I like that with the disappointment card, because it's like, okay, you know, on the bright side, maybe this is happening, or it could just be saying by Saturday, this is kind of behind you. King of Pentacles too, this is a very generous, giving energy. I'm getting with the moose, the feeling of sturdiness, so grounded energy. Feeling the King of Pentacles telling me more about like nature specifically this day. So it could just be like, I was getting a strong emphasis on like doing things around your home that day, you know? Oops. So that's kind of what I'm feeling that day. But if it's not that, it could just be a day where, you know, you're feeling great financial, material success in some way. You know, business could be really good that day, or something like that. Work, you know, something could happen with work that's giving you that King of Pentacles energy. This could be someone in your life giving you financial advice. This could be someone helping you who's very resourceful and practical. The King of Pentacles to me is like the dad card. You just want to give them a hug and listen to what they have to say and have them help you fix something around the house. Like that's the King of Pentacles. The TV dad kind of energy. And then you have the Page of Swords. On Sunday, you've got the soccer ball kind of in the middle, so teamwork could be important. Teamwork makes the dream work. Soccer ball also could be like something literal. You might be watching a soccer game that day. It can also have to do with goals, goal setting. You could be setting some financial goals that day. And it was kind of in the middle, so Saturday, Sunday. Sunday, you've got the coffee. So this could simply be going for coffee with someone, being asked out for coffee. With Page of Swords, someone could message you and say, hey, I've got something to tell you. Do you want to go have coffee? Maybe you get a message, someone wants to kind of connect or have a chat, just catch up, that kind of thing. But yeah, Page of Swords, this could be a day where you're like embarking on a new intellectual pursuit of some kind. Maybe there's something you're really interested in. This could be a day too where you're really wanting to simplify too. You're just kind of wanting to keep things simple. Decluttering things like paperwork, books, things like that could be on your mind that day. If it's not literally a coffee date, it could have something to do with motivation or energy. You could be feeling kind of stimulated that day by something or just energetic in general that day. So let me know, group 3. I'd love to know what you think of this week ahead. Come back next week and join me again and let me know what ends up unfolding. I'd love to hear. And if you want to check out my previous reading, I'm trying to promote that video because YouTube Studios like this video is not performing well. I'm like, well, why? Because I loved it. And we did like the undersea theme again, and it's all about accomplishing your goals and what's going to help you succeed. So I really loved it. So definitely check that out if you have a moment. It's not a very long reading. And we will catch up next week.